Sola and Deltaforce. Going to be seeing them again, as we said.
Yep. Two players who are no stranger to top eights here at Fusion. No strangers to each other as well. So we're definitely going to be seeing a good set coming out between these two. We got Sola on the hero, Delta Force on the Rob, and we're gonna see how this all plays out here in our first set of top eight.
Yeah, I mean, just getting started, we do have two sword characters, and oh, going so
Oh
low
my!
for that, not able to. I don't even know if he got a tech, but Sola just going to be able to use that zoom to his advantage, able to make it back to the center, and now Deltafor is going to be sending him into a spot of bother, trying to change his trajectory off with those boomerangs, but instead no stock yet and trying to go for that fair over the bomb, but still holding his own. Delta Force coming in from the center of the stage and using his roll get up actually in order to get his momentum back.
Yeah, it's very scary at the start there, but Sola able to kind of break through that pressure that Delta Force was putting up. The long range bomb there, that's gonna pick up the first stock for Delta Force. Okay, able to kind of, keep the weird and wacky play going here. First off with that off stage, understage sequence there. And now with the long range bomb throw, Delta Force is really kind of pulling out all the stops here. And this is only game one.
Yeah, I mean, you can see 151% right now in Delta Force. So definitely going to try to use that full rage to his advantage. The hero spin coming back up, but a beautiful landing fair from Sola, actually going to be taking that stock where he stands. The down air going to be coming out in the fair in order to respond. The hero spin as well, only
Ooh.
going to be taking that stock at about 63% too. So that is that stock gone. And now Sola's only working with one stock.
Yeah, Delta Force has just been so on point with these interactions so far in this game. Number one, just able to milk every percent, even the stocks out of these combos and just keep things going. Even when Sola has been able to pull out things like this zoom here, like the bounce we saw earlier, like moves that really kind of mess with how Link wants to play. So Delta Force has just been able to kind of go around them like and just play this matchup like it's still just a normal matchup.
Yeah, I mean Delta Force seems largely uninterrupted rather. Just right now he's just gonna take his time, just sending out the arrows and the boomerangs. And now that he has an advantage, he is going to be taking it to the bank in a beautiful finishing fair from Delta Force rather. Going to be closing out game number one over Sobriquet Sola.
Yeah, that was a super fast-paced game too. Like I think that was only like what 3 minutes or something. It just felt like it was going by so fast just because of the unrelenting pressure that Delta Force was able to put onto Sola. And Sola
This
didn't
is
even
best
play
five.
like a slow game either. Like they were also trying to kind of get in there and make things happen. But Delta Force was ultimately in the driver's seat there, and Sola was just along for the ride. We're gonna have to see if Solo can kind of, reach over, kind of grab the steering wheel and try to change things up here for game number two. It looks like we're going to Final Destination as well for a stage switch.
Yeah, I mean this is a pretty favorable stage for Hero, so I am happy to see this selection from Sola. But going into this, it is definitely going to be, the stage is important, but with the way that Delta Force has been playing, he has been on a tear. So I really hope that Sola, for his sake, is able to utilize this pick as much as he can.
Yeah, definitely being able to go into the game with the stage selection advantage is something that, is going to hopefully be in the benefit of Sola. And so far has been doing pretty well, has not lost a stock yet. So can definitely be a bit comfortable now in with this. And also is able to get the bounce there off stage. Yeah, the bounce is going to be a very key spell that Sola is going to be fishing for in this matchup to really nullify Delta Force's long range play and force him to have to kind of go for these, closer range things. And that also gives Sola time to sit back and go for more of these spells. But all the projectiles there is able to keep Sola off stage and, take that first stock. So Deltaforce here is sitting at over 140% now. So it's definitely not as bad a first stock to lose as that first game.
Yeah, definitely being past full rage, Sola deciding that is enough and immediately healing himself to put him back at a pretty low percentage. So, Deltaforce going to be actually being able to successfully land with that Nair, and now finding yet another one into the hero spin as well. Just really on point with a lot of these hero spins, getting yet another one, finding that tail, and not enough to take the stock, but that bomb going to be going to be eliminated with the zoom coming out from Sola instead. And bounce online now, going to be able to avoid all of the projectiles, but you cannot avoid that hero spin when you are forced to recover in a corner.
Yeah, and just putting such a huge drain onto Sola's MP there. Like, he was running out of options, so Deltaforce is just able to keep the pressure up and get it to the point where Sola had to eat something like the hero spin in order to even try to get back to stage. And it eventually pays off with the KO for Deltaforce here. And now just being able to sit here and control center stage, throw out these projectiles. Deltaforce is just very cleanly in the driver's seat. And man, what a clean back air to the hero spin. Hero spin's been doing so much work for Deltaforce in this set.
This was pretty big for him. I mean, we didn't see it nearly as much in game number one, although it was, I mean, he was able to get a lot more of his stocks off of different conversions, rather than hero spin conversions per se, but this time we did see him really utilizing the hero spin, and I think that's because Sola hasn't been really doing anything to mitigate it. I was hoping that with the stage selection, Sola would be able to use it to his advantage, but it looked like that was really Deltaforce's game to take, in all honesty.
Yeah, like Deltaforce is really comfortable kind of pressuring Sola off stage. As you know, he's gotten past the point where he as a player where you realize that Hero's recovery, while it is really good and sends really far, it only has a hitbox down at the tornadoes. So as long as you're just even remotely comfortable off stage, you can go off and go for these super heavy punishes and not have to put too much risk there besides just, possibly losing your jump or your special or something. And then, oh no, you have to like air dodge back to the ledge instead or something.
Yeah. And actually, speaking of air dodges, it's not really mattering too much because he does have a bit of a percentage lead and close to a stock lead, but we are seeing one of Deltaforce's favorite favorite things to do in disadvantage, which is air dodge in. And it hasn't made an impact yet, but I'm wondering if Sobriquet has noticed and is going to take a note of it later.
Ooh, speaking of getting the dodge in, there's a roll in there, but Deltor is able to punch in, almost got a stock there. Man, just been playing so well, but Sola able to keep the percentage gap closed and gets the up smash through the platform there. That is going to get Sola the stock lead in this game number 3 here. Looking to kind of turn it around, turn this into a reverse 3-0, keep Sola's winner's brackets hope alive.
Definitely what you want, but unfortunately not going to be what happened in that moment. No snooze either for Sola, as instead looking to build up a bit more MP before going for some of his bigger spells. Deltaforce, though, going to be trying to keep him at bay as best as possible. The F-tilt coming out off stage and really going deep for that instead. That is the stock gone, and Sola on his final stock with Deltaforce pretty comfortable.
Yeah, you could even see a little bit of frustration on Sola's face in the player cams there. Deltaforce just really forcing Sola to have to go for that deep recovery, make it really hard to come back, and the pressure continues here. Just all these projectiles and such coming out, just able to really kind of control the space. But Sola is fighting back pretty well at 133 and now 142% here onto Deltaforce. Just needs to take this stock, and we're sitting at a last stock game here. But Deltaforce grabbing onto the hero there. Oh, okay, not gonna get the final hit of the hero spin there because of the early ledge grab. But man, this is close situation. Oh, the up smash is gonna get the read there. Yeah, Sola not happy with that one, but Deltaforce with a 3-0 is going to cleanly move on into winners finals.
I think that that's really awesome to see the adaptations that Deltaforce is able to make when Bounce is online for Sola. Because a lot of what Deltaforce relies on for his starting combos, honestly, do use his different something like a Z-drop Nair bomb, for instance, that wouldn't be able to work. But at that percentage, and definitely when he landed on that upper platform, that was a great up smash from Delta Force just to be able to go for that. And he got every single hit of that too. Um
Yeah.
but being able to get that in that moment and close out a 3 stock was mighty impressive. Or 2 stock.
Yeah, Delta Force really just taking control of his whole set, and Solo was able to get some pretty good hits back in. Was able to finally in game 3 come out of the first interaction with a stock lead. But yeah, Delta Force just keeping the pressure up, just not relenting in any way, and you're just able to force the issue onto Scylla, force him to have to be the aggressor and put himself into these weird situations where he's approaching and not quite able to, get the approach cleanly. Delta was just kind of reaping the rewards of a very clean set play.
Yeah, and that's absolutely what he was doing. Delta Force just sort of not letting off of the gas pedal this entire set. And keeping Sola on his back foot really just let the frustration set in for him. And unfortunately, it meant that he had several moments where Delta Force was just able to take advantage of that, specifically with a lot of his time spent off stage. Like we pointed out, Hero has a pretty decent recovery, but that's when he has MP, and it's when he has the space to be able to do so. And a lot of the time, Delta Force was just able to go way off stage in order to make sure that he didn't have those to his advantage. As we're gonna see in the clip here, he was able to go deep with the hero spin and actually try to take the stock from the upper platform instead.
Yeah, and also, something worth noting about Delta Force is whenever the balance was out, played around that super well. Like 0 projectiles came out and would just